Hey guys, so I'm going to make this video short and sweet. So in my quest to get better lighting from the front of my Jeep, because I had the sport model obviously with the halogen lights, what I decided to do is put a bunch of LED stuff in here. You guys know I already did the Supernova V4s and the fogs, which I'm extremely impressed with. I did a video last year on those if you want to go see what they look like and check them out. And I'm in the process of doing the rigid cube lights up here for extra perimeter lighting. So all that left is the headlights, and I decided to go with the Supernova V4s for the headlights as well, since I was so impressed with the fog lights. So here they are. They finally arrived today. Open the box up here. These things are just super high quality. They look really, really nice. Nice looking drivers there. These are just some super high quality bulbs. I got them on sale for Independence Day. I think they were in the ballpark of $160 for the set, but wait till you see the light output that these things give. It's going to be fantastic. So what I'm going to do is wait till it gets dark again tonight, and I'm going to do a before and after video. I'm going to show you what the halogen lights look like way out in the field when it's really dark, and then we're going to pop these puppies in and check out the comparison. Now, it's possible to get in here and swap these out without removing the grill. Let me show you what these guys sometimes do. These guys over at Headlight Revolution, where I got the bulbs from, what they do is they go in here from behind, and you can barely see the dust cover down in there, and they try to do this without removing the headlights or the grill. They wiggle their hand down in there, remove the dust cap, and over here on this side, on the passenger side, they just take this bolt out, remove the air box, and then get in there and do it. Problem is with these LED lights, you've got those drivers that you really need to tuck into the headlight housing. You need to pop the bulbs in and then tuck all this stuff into the housing nice and neat so you can reuse your dust cap. And in my opinion, it's just a little bit more difficult to do that by feel when all this stuff is installed. So what I like to do is see these plastic rivets right here. There's only 6 of those. You can take those out in 30 seconds. And then there's a row of snap clips along the bottom of the grill. You can just pull that straight out. The grill pops off. There's 3 10mm bolts in each headlight. I'm telling you guys, in 60 seconds, you can have the headlight housings out of this Jeep, and then you have all kinds of room to work. So that's the way that I like to do it. Anyhow, gonna wait till it gets dark. I'll show you the halogen lights just for comparison, and then we'll pop these Supernovas in, and you're gonna be blown away. These things are so cool. So be back in a little while. See what I mean? Super quick and easy, and it gives us a chance to check everything out under here too. So let's look at this for a moment. This is the first time I've actually seen behind the Max Tow model, so you can see the radiator way back there. Got your AC condenser. I suspect this is the transmission cooler up here. There's just all kinds of coolers and condensers and things going on up here. Very good engine cooling package, and of course on the back side of all that is that big 850 watt cooling fan they keep talking about. This is probably the ambient temperature sensor, so the temperature in there on your dash gets its reading from here, and that's the reason why it only works when you're moving down the roadway. Pretty cool stuff in there. But anyhow, like I said, you take that grill off. I did that in like 15 or 20 seconds, and then you just got these 3 bolts here, and the headlight will come right out. Makes it so much easier. All right, the moon is out and it is really dark, so here we go. I'm going to show you a comparison here between the stock halogen bulbs and the Supernova V4s. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera on, start recording here as I drive around the field, because there's some rows of trees here and things, so this will be good for reference. So I've got these stock halogens on low beam. The fog lights are turned off. It wouldn't be a fair contest if I turned those on, because they're actually brighter than the headlights. But this is what the stock halogens look like, and the funny thing about it is, as I'm looking at the camera screen, they look brighter on the camera than they do in person. That's just the nature of this camera, I guess. They look kind of different, but you can see that the beam is got a pretty good cut off to the top. Now, one of the things I'm noticing is that they're aimed a little high. You know, it's summer and I haven't driven after dark very much yet, but when I got my Wrangler JL, I noticed that the beams were too high from the factory, and I had to actually use my garage door and aim them down a little bit. People were flashing me. But these might have to be adjusted downward a little bit too. There's that utility trailer from the other night, and again, we're about 60 feet away. So the beam pattern is kind of tight in the middle there. Decent cutoff at the top. Not a very wide pattern of light. Pretty much the corners of the Jeep is about as far as it goes. I'm going to pull on around here a little bit so you can see this row of trees. It's probably about 150 feet out there to that row of trees. So again, you can tell that they're not super bright, but all in all, they're not horrible, I guess. They're just not good enough to get the job done for me out here, especially in the wintertime. It's always dark, and you know, so anyhow, I think compared to the JK headlights, they're a little bit better. A lot of people have been asking that question. Are these new halogens better than the outgoing ones? I do think they're a little better than the JK lights were, but not significantly better though. Sounds like Dixie's mad at me now because I don't have her out with me. She likes to help on these videos. So I'm going to flip on the, just for kicks and giggles, here are the Supernova fog lights. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So these Supernova lights are ridiculous, and that's just the fog lights. There's the stock halogen headlights. So big difference. So now I'm going to go up to the house, pop the Supernova headlights in, and then I'll show you the drastic difference. Hang tight. Okay, so here are the Supernova V4s. I'm going to drive around the same direction to get down in the field, and you can see the drastic difference already. These things are way brighter. They still have a very sharp cutoff. See that? Very sharp cutoff. So you're not going to get flashed by oncoming traffic. You know, everybody says you can't put LED bulbs in halogen housings because you have glare going everywhere. Well, that's not true. That only happens if you use cheap, inexpensive eBay bulbs. You know, if you get some high quality bulbs that are designed to be used in these housings, you can see the results. Now again, I think that this Jeep is just aimed a little high from the factory, but you can still tell there's a very sharp upper cutoff. There's the utility trailer, lights it up like the noonday sun. Very nice. Let me back up here a little bit. Get to about my 60-foot mark. Now the cutoff over on the sides is maybe just a tad wider, but not too much different. The main difference is just the brightness. Look how far it shines into the trees out there and how bright it is. No problems at all seeing that trailer at 60 feet. If we look out to the woods about 150 feet out, I mean, it's as bright out there as it is in here close. So the high beams. So when I combine these with the Supernova fog lights, I mean, there's just a ton of light out there now. Of course, those Supernova fog lights are the amber colored ones. So, but anyhow, you can see the huge difference. And there's a fence even farther out. It's probably a couple 100 feet away. You can see it just fine. So again, these Supernova lights, and the camera is a little bit different than what I'm seeing with the naked eye. You know, to my eye, this light is wider. It's a wider, cooler color temperature also, and it's just way brighter. So once I get these adjusted on the wall where I need them, they're going to be perfect. I love that sharp upper cutoff. Great beam pattern, simple to install. Just make sure you get your driver and all your wiring done in the housing and reuse your dust cover, because you don't want dirt and mud and spiders and everything inside your headlights. It's doable, just takes a little finagling to get all that down in there. then you can put your dust cap back on. But yeah, I mean, this is a great upgrade. Very, very nice. Way cheaper than buying the LED option from the factory. And I mean, several $100s less money. And the performance is fantastic. So again, there's a look at the Supernova V.4 headlights. I got these from Headlight Revolution. I'm not sure, I guess other places probably sell them too. But if you're looking for some LED bulbs for your Wrangler or your Gladiator, check these out. This is a great option. I think I'm really gonna love them, especially when I combine them with the fogs and those rigid cube lights I'm about to put on. All right, guys, I'm gonna head back to the house, put the grill back on the Jeep, and head to bed. I think it's getting kind of late, but appreciate you watching. If you got any questions, leave them below, and I'll try to get to them tomorrow. Thanks, guys.